Okay, let's get right into it. Today, we're gonna cut through all of the confusing advice out there and give you a really clear, dermatologist-backed guide for your skin during menopause. This is all about what your skin truly needs right now. Does this sound familiar to you? One day, everything's totally fine, and then, boom, seemingly overnight, your skin is dry, it's sensitive, and those products you've relied on for years, they just don't seem to cut it anymore. Maybe they even sting a little.
I just want to start by saying, if that's you, you are so not alone. This is an incredibly common experience. It is not in your head. It's biology. And just understanding that is the very first step to getting your skin to feel good again.
So let's get to the heart of what's going on. The big shift your skin is going through actually requires a kind of counterintuitive approach. It's not about piling more on, it's about pulling back and being a lot smarter. This right here, this is one of the biggest mistakes dermatologists see people make. When our skin acts up, our first instinct is to throw everything at it, right? We start layering on serums and creams, hoping for some kind of miracle. But what actually happens is all that complexity just overwhelms your skin, making the irritation and dryness even worse. A simple, consistent routine is always going to be better.
So what does that simple routine actually look like? Well, let's build your new daily blueprint. This is the practical, no-fluff plan that focuses only on what's been proven to work for skin at this stage.
For the morning, it's just 3 easy steps. First, a gentle, creamy cleanser, nothing that foams up and strips your skin. Next, a vitamin C serum. This is fantastic for protecting against daily environmental stress and just brightening things up. And finally, the step you absolutely cannot skip, a moisturizer with at least SPF 30. This is non-negotiable because sun damage is the fastest way to break down collagen, which is already a challenge during menopause.
And your night routine is just as simple. You'll start by cleansing again, of course. Then you bring in the heavy hitter, a retinoid. But here's the thing, and this is really interesting. You don't need to use it every single night. Just 2 or 3 times a week is still incredibly effective for boosting that collagen production. And then you always finish with a great barrier repair moisturizer. Look for ingredients like ceramides and hyaluronic acid to really lock in moisture while you sleep.
All right, now that we have the routine down, let's talk about what to avoid. Because honestly, knowing what not to do is just as important, especially when you're up against some really common skincare myths.
Okay, here's a big one. There's this pervasive idea that you have to scrub and exfoliate your skin every single day to keep it bright and fresh. A lot of people fall into the trap of using harsh physical scrubs or brushes daily, thinking that more is somehow better. But the truth is, all that over-exfoliating does is strip away your skin's protective barrier. It actually leads to more redness, more sensitivity, and dullness. Your skin just doesn't need that kind of aggressive treatment. Instead, a gentle chemical exfoliant, like an AHA or a BHA, just once a week is more than enough to do the job without causing damage. It all comes back to that key rule: less is more. You also have to be so careful about where you're getting your skincare advice. I mean, social media is overflowing with viral trends and hacks that promise the world, but they are almost never designed for the specific needs of skin in its 50s and beyond. Dermatologist-backed advice is always going to be grounded in science, in safety, and in what is actually proven to work for you. And that leads us to another major trap, this whole clean or natural beauty myth. You have to remember, those are marketing terms, not scientific ones. Just because something is natural doesn't mean it's safe. I mean, poison ivy is natural, right? Things like essential oils can be incredibly irritating, especially to sensitive menopausal skin. It is so much safer to trust formulas that are clinically tested instead of just falling for buzzwords. So, we've talked about the what, but it's just as important to understand the why. To really take care of your skin, we have to look past the products on the shelf and get into the science and the mindset behind it all. So, what is actually happening in your body? Well, the main character in this story is estrogen. During menopause, your estrogen levels drop a lot, and that drop directly slows down collagen production. It reduces your skin's elasticity, and it can make your skin feel thinner and more fragile. It is a real biological process behind everything you're seeing and feeling.
Now, if you're hearing all this and maybe thinking, oh no, I've missed the boat, I really need you to hear this. It is never, ever too late. Even if you haven't had the best habits in the past, starting this simple, smart routine today can absolutely slow down future damage and make a huge difference in your skin's health.
And this part is so important. Let's reframe the goal here.
The point isn't some unrealistic quest to look 25 again. The real goal, the better goal, is to have healthy, radiant skin that you feel amazing and confident in, at every single age. It's about health, not about chasing perfection.
And of course, great skin isn't just about what you put on your face. Two of the most powerful and honestly most underrated secrets are simply hydration and sleep. Drinking enough water literally nourishes your skin cells from the inside out. And getting quality sleep, that's when your skin does its most important repair and regeneration work.
So if you take away just one thing from all this, let it be this. Your skin doesn't need a miracle in a bottle. It doesn't need a complicated 10-step routine. What it needs now is a little more understanding. It needs a smarter, kinder approach that's based on real science.
I'll leave you with this final thought. What if we just shifted the focus? What if the goal isn't about chasing younger skin, but about achieving your most healthy, your most radiant, and your most confident skin, right here and right now?